Hey guys, Jerry here. So Ridley Scott's Blade Runner tried to pull a fast one on us by borrowing the 1851 Immortal game featuring Adolph Anderssen as white and Lionel Kieseritzky as black. In Blade Runner, they show the last few moves of this game, so we will go through the whole game and then cut into where Blade Runner shows the end. So in Blade Runner, Sebastian's playing as white and Tyrell plays as black. So we start out with a king's gambit, and the whole point is if it's accepted, usually you put the knight here to prevent the queen from coming down here and giving you a check, but this is called the bishop gambit. So, see, you tell the queen to come down, overextend, and you lose your castling rights within move 4. So this is called the Brian gambit. This is a counter gambit, and the reason is because now you deflect the bishop off this diagonal. This diagonal, of course, being very important because this is the weakest pawn. So the game keeps going. A knight develops, which threatens this pawn and also potentially can jump in. And now, instead of worrying about this pawn, you threaten this queen that's overextended. So the queen retreats. And now this is a move that takes care of two things. One, you protect this pawn. But two, you open up this diagonal, threaten this pawn that's no longer protecting the center. One of the issues for black is this pawn's a little bit overextended. So we keep going. This knight now protects the pawn. Now knight on the rim is often dim, but if you have a plan, move it to the rim temporarily. It's totally fine. So this is a move to open up this diagonal, see this, and also potentially to centralize the knight even more. And so now this looks like a fork right here, you see. But again, it's not a true fork because the knight was planning to go here all the time. And so we keep going. This is a threat on the bishop. Now, the bishop could potentially move back here again, but then the tempo would be on black's side. So instead, look at this. The white's king has virtually nobody protecting. It's crazy. This is King's Gambit, classic King's Gambit, wild, attack heavy, and the king is left to his own devices. So you're threatening this knight, and the pawn's, of course, being protected by the queen. So the knight moves out of the way and now counter threats the pawn because now there's two attackers and only one defender. So look at that. Move the rook to defend this pawn and now give up our bishop. Look at that. Just give up the bishop right here. And now, why did he give up the bishop? Because if black is not careful, black's going to lose this queen. So look at this. Look at this. So check out what happens. See? He undevelops the knight. Look at that. Everything here not developed. In fact, look at the only developed piece is the queen. The queen's not too strong if she's by herself. If she has support, she's very, very strong. This is a threat on the queen, but since the knight has undeveloped, the queen can finally escape. And now another developing piece. So who has the initiative, guys? White has the initiative despite the king. Where is the king? Look at this. So now this is a threat on the rook. White chooses to ignore the threat because I'm going to continue attacking the queen. So the queen decides now to go here. And even though it looks like the queen's now threatening the rook, and if you capture the rook, it's also a check. And look at this. It looks like you might be able to finish this, but actually you don't have enough pieces. So this is a crucial move because notice now that there's a mating net around this king. This king better be very, very careful. So look what happens. Take the rook. And this is a crucial move because this blocks the queen from protecting this crucial square. Again, if I can get the knight here, the knight gives a check. And now these squares are guarded by our bishop. And so the king has only here. He does a check, but again, he doesn't have enough pieces to finish it because the king goes up here. And now, to prevent the checkmate, black guards the square. So we go ahead anyways with our check. And this is where Blade Runner cuts in, where Batty helps Sebastian find the final moves.
No. Knight takes queen. See? Won't do.
For those of you who are chess players, you could probably already see the mate.
Queen to bishop 6, check.
The key to this mate is we have to get rid of this knight, because if we can get the bishop here, then the knight protects this square, this knight protects this square, and we have officially mated him. But how can we get this knight to go here, or go here maybe? And this is where Batty tells Sebastian the sacrifice that turned this into an immortal game.
Queen to bishop 6. Ridiculous.
So why does queen go here? Because you are forced to now deflect the knight. Do you see the mate now? Exactly as we planned.
Bishop king 7, checkmate, I think.
Got a brainstorm, huh, Sebastian?
So it's very interesting that Tyrell and an employee of Tyrell, Sebastian, played a very unsound opening. At the medium to higher levels of chess, nobody plays King's Gambit because it's been refuted. And beyond King's Gambit, nobody plays the Bryant counter Gambit either. I don't know who advised Ridley Scott to use this Immortal game. What we can tell from this Immortal game, people often play chess based on either what their personality is or what they aspire to be. For example, sometimes I feel like I don't attack enough in chess, so I purposely play openings like King's Gambit to force myself to attack. So the fact that Tyrell and Sebastian played a very aggressive but unsound opening could be symbolic of the fact that they designed these replicants without thinking of all the consequences. Part of the central themes of this movie, of humanity, of life, it all could come down to the fact that Tyrell didn't really think things through, for lack of a better word. Tyrell had distorted perceptions of himself, his abilities, and its effects on both human and replicants, who we've understood by the end of the movie have as much humanity, if not more humanity in them. Beyond being attack heavy and unsound, this Immortal game also involved a lot of sacrifices. In the chess game, white won through sacrificing so many pieces, especially the queen, the most powerful piece. Did Roy Batty achieve immortality at the end? That's a question maybe we'll explore deeper on my movie review channel. So for those of you who like movies, please follow Jerry Watches Movies. I'm tagging that channel as a collaborator. Thank you guys so much for watching.